Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Maction this week takes us to Ypsilanti, where the MAC championship game implications are on the line for Western Michigan, who is on the road at rival Eastern Michigan. A Western team that started the season 0-3, now 6-1 in the MAC, and a win tonight would put them into that MAC championship game, which is on December 6th, just down the road from where we are in Detroit at Ford Field. But a win tonight, yes, would put them in, but also some other scenarios. Ohio wins at Buffalo or Miami loses this weekend. Those would also put Western into that championship game, but they want to be in the driver's seat and take care of their own future. Welcome to Ypsilanti. Courtney Lyle alongside All-American running back Rini Angolia. What makes this Western Michigan team so good?
Well, if you like running the football, you're going to love Western Michigan. You had 3 players over 100 yards rushing last week. They controlled the line of scrimmage, controlled the clock, and then their defensive front is really good, especially their rush defensive ends. They get upfield. They complement each other really well.
Well, as a former running back, he does love running the football.
Right.
Let's talk about one of those running backs in Jalen Buckley. The last time that he played on this field, Rini, he had 138 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, had over 100 last week. He's just a good every down back. Squares his shoulders up nice, presses the hole, has really good patience, excellent speed as well, but he sets up his blocks. He's a hard runner, catches the ball nicely out of the backfield as well. And we talked to him this week. One of the things he's worked on really hard this year is his pass protection. We're going to see him a lot tonight. The offense will go through Jalen Buckley.
Really important, too, that he is finally healthy. We're seeing his best. On the other side, Dante McMillan needs 97 yards for 1,000 on the season.
And that's the benchmark for every good running back, you know. So they didn't get the wins they wanted to for Eastern Michigan this year, but McMillan has a chance to go over 1,000. Senior night tonight, chance to be spoiler, knock off Western Michigan. A lot to play for Eastern Michigan tonight.
For Western Michigan, they control their fate. They can seal that spot in the MAC championship game with a win tonight. So how did they get hyped up and ready for this game on the road? We'll show you when we come back to Ypsilanti.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
It's become a tradition this year for Western Michigan on the road. Their support staff and players form the juice line to get their team hyped up as they come into the stadium.
And this juice line, I think, is a little extra special, right? Because they know they control their fate. They win tonight, they're in the MAC championship game.
I mean, that gets you fired up as a player, right?
Shirts off. That's like the thing this year, right? Shirts off, fans. We've seen it a lot.
Well, for Lance Taylor, he's in his 3rd season. You can tell the culture of this program that he has built. He's got his players there. They've had success this year and so much in front of them.
And you see it 3rd season, right? That's always that 3rd year. You stick to your plan, and he's done a really nice job as Lance Taylor, but not finished, on their way to a really nice season.
And one of the most tenured coaches in the MAC is Chris Creighton. You talk about culture. They have it, of course, not the season that they've wanted to have, but still so much to play for, especially on senior night.
And I always enjoy talking to Coach Creighton. We had a really great discussion with him. And, yeah, the wins haven't been there this year, but he's a great teacher of young men. And his players get a lot out of this program, and he's an excellent coach.
A win tonight would be the 500th in program history and an upset of their rival Western Michigan. There's this rivalry between Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, and Central Michigan.
Throw Central in there.
MAC Michigan trophy, actually. Western can win that with a win tonight. Eastern Michigan won the coin toss. They elected to receive. They're going to take the football, so Western will get it to start the second half.
And we've seen that in our travels this year. A lot more teams, you know, it used to be, we'll defer, we're going to put the defense out there. A lot more teams this year are taking the ball first, which it used to be years ago. That was always it. You won the coin toss, you took the ball.
Well, Jamin Norman is back for Eastern Michigan as Hunter Smith gets set to kick off this ball. A win for Western Michigan tonight, and they will play for a MAC championship on December 6th.
And you love that as a coach, right? Because, yeah, there's a bunch of scenarios. Forget it. There's one thing we got to worry about. We win tonight. We control our fate. We are in the championship game.
Action time on the gray field in Ypsilanti. And this will be Joey Mattard taking the return. And they'll mark him at the 22, so that is where we will see the Eastern Michigan Eagles set up offense. And Noah Kim, it's a name you might be familiar with, was at Coastal Carolina last season. Before that was at Michigan State, and he's become a captain here at Eastern.
In 1 year, which is incredible. I mean, that goes to show you the type of leadership qualities he has. He's a much better athlete than I think people gave him credit for, so watch him today. He'll be able to extend plays with his feet and gain yardage. He will make some runs tonight.
Dante McMillan is in the backfield with Kim. Again, McMillan needs 97 yards for 1,000 on the season. McMillan gets the first touch of the game, spinning as he's tackled, and picks up 2 on the play.
And right off the bat, a little inside zone. That was one of their points of emphasis. Get that running game going, but they think they have an advantage in the interior against Western Michigan's defensive line.
They'll spread it out and go empty set here. Noah Kim does complete 62% of his passes on the season. Almost brought down in there. He is dropped for a loss on this play. Marcel Tyler with the tackle.
Yeah, and you called it court empty set. This was a called quarterback draw and just nowhere to go. Good penetration by the defensive line of Western Michigan, and they get the stop.
Mustafi Al-Garawi was the first to get there, and then it was Tyler making the tackle. A loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down for the first time tonight. Kim throwing with pressure in his face, and that pass incomplete. He was hit by Joshua Franklin, who accelerated.
Yeah, good job by the Western Michigan defense. Joey Pope with coverage on the back end as well. Send a little blitz. Noah Kim knows it's coming, has to release the ball. And a good 3-and-out to start this game for Western Michigan defensively.
This Western Michigan defense is the 2nd best in the MAC when it comes to total yards allowed per game. They only allow about 287 yards a game.
And Chris O'Leary, the first-year defensive coordinator for Western Michigan, very aggressive, will send blitzes like he did right there with Joshua Franklin, the corner.
Mitchell Tomasak on to punt. Blake Basma, the tight end, has been fielding punts for them. Catches it on the hop and goes forward for a couple of yards. Now they've moved the tight end back there because they've had some ball security issues on the punt team, and he's really not supposed to move.
And they've told him just a fair catch, so I'm excited that he got to, you know, get it off the ground and get a couple-yard return.
Let's go, Blake. How about that? Now time for this Western Michigan attack, led by Brock Lowry. He's a dual threat guy. He was one of 3 players for Western Michigan last week at NIU that went over 100 yards rushing.
Kind of reminds me of Army, not the offense, total different offense, but the amount of times they're going to run the ball with different runners.
Brock Lowry pulls it. It's dropped by Quincy Bias, who is wearing that special number 0. He gets the honors, just the 2nd true freshman since 2023 to wear that number.
Was wearing 54, now goes 0. Good job by the true freshman. Good speed there to get to the quarterback Lowry for just a 2-yard gain.
For this Western Michigan team, they are looking for a faster start. They have scored a combined 13 points all season in the 1st quarter. Brock Lowry pushing forward, and when we talked to Lance Taylor yesterday, they were doing some things differently in practice. After the stretch, they went straight to good on good. They did some things differently in warm-ups, almost like a halftime warm-up, in an effort to get off to a faster start.
Yeah, and they love to run the ball, but here, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. This is a throwing down for me here for them. We'll see what Walt Bell, the offensive coordinator, calls up. And I think we're going to see a Brock Lowry pass here.
And he is second in the MAC in completion percentage. 64% of the time he completes it. He will look to throw. Pocket collapsing, diving forward, marked short by a couple of yards from the line to gain. Quincy Bias once again.
But now Lance Taylor has a decision because Lowry was able to get upfield, get it to 4th and 2 here, and his decision is quickly made. He's going to punt this. So a nice job by Eastern Michigan defensively, returning the 3-and-out favor.
And both defenses get stops to start this game. Eastern lets this one bounce, and it's scooped up at the 2-yard line. A 50-yard punt by Ryan Milmore. It's going to be tough field position for Eastern. So both defenses get stops to start this game. Eastern back on offense for the second time when we come back. Well, last season, Chris O'Leary was coaching safeties for the LA Chargers. Now he's the defensive coordinator at Western Michigan. He was with Lance Taylor, their head coach at Notre Dame, for a few seasons together. And this is somebody that Lance Taylor really wanted to get on staff. And Reedy, look at the improvement from last year.
Yeah, he's got good experience in the back end. Of course, he coaches on the back end as well, which I think really helps. And then that defensive front, Tucker, Fisher, they got elite edge rushers for the MAC.
Already got one stop in this game. Dante McMillan diving forward and tackled by Marcel Tyler. But we asked Lance Taylor about Chris O'Leary, and he said, look, he is a connector of people. He loves the relationships that he builds with his team. It shows up on the football field.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's a unit that plays really hard for him, and you love to see that.
They changed schemes, went from a 3-4 last year to a 4-2-5 this season. Second best defense in the MAC. Noah Kim throwing it to Dante McMillan on a little wheel route out of the backfield. Evades a tackler to midfield. Goes Dante McMillan.
Oh, a big-time explosive play, and is exactly what you need to do to get off the goal line. You called it as a wheel route right out of the backfield. Linebacker got his eyes caught, hand caught in his cookie jar. Kind of a pick play there as well coming across, or a rub play, the offense likes to say. That's
a 50-yard pickup. Remember, Dante McMillan needed 97 yards to hit 1,000 on the season coming into this game.
Yeah, and I saw it on the replay. Sapia, the linebacker, was trying to get out to McMillan and got kind of picked off by a wide receiver for Eastern running a slant route, and it worked out perfectly for Eastern Michigan.
Of course, those receiving yards, he needs the rushing yards. That's his longest catch, though, this season by far. They'll put Dunlap and McMillan on either side of Noah Kim. Handoff to Tavier Dunlap, who has been a nice combo to Dante McMillan. It's nice to have two backs this day and age.
Yeah, he's the bigger back, about 215 pounds. A lot of times he's a short yardage third down back. This time they're going to go sweep to the short side with Dunlap. Turns it up, doesn't get the first down, but it's third and very short, third manageable here.
And Tavier Dunlap actually was on that team a couple of years ago at Michigan when they won the national championship. He transferred to Eastern Michigan. They're about 20 minutes away. He didn't have to move.
Yeah, it's always a nice ring, right? National championship ring.
Stayed in the same apartment. He said he used to be able to hear the EMU marching band from his apartment in Ann Arbor. They'll direct snap it to Dunlap. And there's the bulldozer mentality you're seeing, and that's really close. Oh, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, El Gowari had him. It looked like he was going to stop him at the line of scrimmage, but man, it looked like Dunlap fought forward and just came up short for it. But now you're in that tweener land here at that 38-yard line, so this is a no-brainer for Chris Creighton. You're going for it. You're going to watch. You're going to get hit first. Looks like he's going to get stopped, but look at Dunlap. Just keep fighting and falling forward. Love to see that. And here we go, fourth down.
Eastern Michigan is 10-17 on fourth down. They like to be aggressive. Dunlap is lined up behind Noah Kim in a pistol set. Dunlap with a flea flicker. Over the top, flags everywhere. The pass incomplete as he was looking for Nick Devereaux. Javarius Sims in coverage.
Yeah, Sims grabbed the receiver because he was beat. He came in on the flea flicker. Sims could only grab, and that's where you see a plethora of flags.
It's number 8. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Rich Edwards is our referee in this MAC crew tonight.
And that's the right thing for Javarius Sims there, because you're going to get beat for a touchdown. He had to grab the receiver to slow him down. But a good play call on fourth and short. Gutsy play call.
Again, Eastern Michigan's got nothing to lose tonight. They're trying to go out, play their hearts out on senior night. They're not going to make a bowl game. Trying to upset Western. Dunlap. They're riding him right now. And Western Michigan just swarms to the football. They'll mark him at the 24-yard line. Sefasaipu Ia got there first, the transfer from Ferris State. Kim looking to throw it. Connects it to Jamarian Wheeler for the first down. And there goes Eastern Michigan into a place, Reedy, where they have had success, the red zone.
Yeah, 100% in the red zone. Good throw by Noah Kim. Good route by Jamarian Wheeler. Just a nice little out route. Good long throw by Kim. And the offense is in rhythm right now.
It's an 8-yard pickup. Kim looking towards the end zone. Pass tipped up into the air. No flags out. And Aaron Wofford was the one saving that play.
You know, Wofford, who can play corner, can play safety. He's got a great skill set. He's got a good cover ability. Does a good job here. Look back and then times it perfectly. Goes up with that inside hand. I love that technique and knocks it away. That's excellent coverage by Aaron Wofford.
Reedy, this kind of surprised me looking at Eastern Michigan. They are tied with Oklahoma as the only two teams perfect in the red zone this year. Flags out.
False start, offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty, first down. Correction, number 65.
That's the center, Nicholas Gallegos. But that red zone stat was, I had to text you immediately.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously they want more touchdowns instead of field goals, but still 100% is tremendous.
Well, facing second and long, though, now.
And outside of the red zone.
Yes. Dante McMillan is the running back. Noah Kim will throw it to McMillan. Saves a trip and finds his way into the end zone. He almost got tripped up on that play. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
Now, it would have been a red zone touchdown, but they had the 5-yard penalty that backed them up to the 21. But, hey, I'll count it. Great call. A little slip screen here. Look at the offensive lineman out in front. Excellent patience by Dante McMillan to come back inside, set those blocks up, square the shoulders, and go. Tremendous play call there.
POT is up and good, and Dante McMillan puts the first points on the board, and they go for the home team, Eastern Michigan.
Love to see it. Coming out, slip screen, McMillan. Eastern Michigan leads it early, 7-0.
Well, get ready for ABC Rivalry Week college football triple header, conference championship and playoff implications, noon Eastern. It's the 122nd Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Then Georgia and Georgia Tech, followed by the Lone Star Showdown between Texas A&M and Texas. All three also available on the ESPN app. Brady, anyone you got circled?
Well, I mean, everyone's just waiting to see what Lane Kiffin's going to do. Right? So, I mean, it's kind of taken all the oxygen out of the room.
We said they'll get a decision after the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, and that'll have an effect on a bunch of other jobs throughout the country. So, but it's just the last weekend, the rivalries, it's just a great weekend of college football. And, of course, the CFP will be coming out tonight, probably going on right about now. See what those rankings are, and everyone can argue and complain about those.
Gives you something to talk about. We got a rivalry game here, and Eastern is leading Western Michigan. And right now, Eastern Eagles are fired up.
They've shown up to play here early.
Marvell Eggleston is ready to go. Well, Western needs a win tonight, and that would control their fate and put them in the MAC championship game. A loss does not keep them out of that MAC championship game.
Well, you know, we had them last week against Northern Illinois. They were down 13-0 in the first quarter, so notoriously slow starts for them.
Jalen Buckley gets the carry to start this drive, and he's spun down around the 20-yard line. You know, in talking to Jalen Buckley this week, he told us last week against NIU that was a mentality game for them, and he gave all credit to the offensive line. They have been so good.
Every good running back knows, who feeds them, and it's that offensive line, and they did a really nice job last week, sustaining blocks, opening holes.
And Lance Taylor even said everybody knew we were going to run the football, and we still were able to do so. Brock Lowry will run it this time. Picks up 4 more yards, and that brings up 3rd down.
And that's that +1 run game where the quarterback keeps it. And the thing that impresses me about that is a running back like a Jalen Buckley, right? He'll block for you. He'll get out and be a lead blocker, which I love to see.
Western Michigan's only faced 3rd down once tonight. They did not convert. Walt Bell is the offensive coordinator in his 2nd season at Western Michigan. Talik Williams converts and then some to the 33-yard line.
And they go jet sweep there, and I like, situational awareness. As Talik Williams says, man, that smarted a little bit on the shoulder, but he knows once he gets this handoff, as soon as he can square his shoulders and go on 3rd and short, he goes north and south and he picks it up.
Western will show pistol set here. They got 2 targets at the bottom of your screen. It's Christian Leary in motion. Little play action and a spin for Brock Lowry. Deep shot downfield to Avion Chenault. Pass incomplete, no flags. It was Juan Salas Jr. in coverage.
You heard some yelling, but it was more from the Western Michigan bench. Salas looked like he had good coverage. 12 personnel, they're going to go play action pass and take a shot. Salas did a good job turning and running. And see, at the last second, he just turned back. A little bit of contact, but not enough to draw the flag.
Avion Chenault, who they were targeting, is a true freshman who arrived a little late these days. Arrived in the summer, but from day one, they knew he was going to be an impact player.
Talk to the coaches. They said he's going to be outstanding.
Back to the ground game with Buckley trying to bounce around on the outside. Creeps his way forward for a pickup of about 4, and it brings us to 3rd down again for Western Michigan, 2nd time on this drive.
And we'll see what Walt Bell has dialed up here. I'd like to see maybe get Brock Lowry on the outside, give him a little run pass option, and see if we can flood the zone with some receivers. If not, Lowry maybe can pick it up with his feet. We'll see what they call.
Lolo Monteale is in at running back for the first time tonight next to Lowry. Play action. Fires it up in the air. Take a deep shot to Balin Brooks, and it's incomplete on third down. Tyrell Denner covering Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks had a step. Just a little bit overthrown by Lowry. Had a step right there, just couldn't catch up to it. Good inside release by Brooks. A little grab there. You've seen the back judge throw a flag on that. Get away with it there. Whenever that jersey gets separated, a lot of times you'll get a holding call. Eastern Michigan gets away with it there.
So for the second time tonight, Western Michigan will have to punt with Ryan Milmore. Porter Brooks is back and calls for the fair catch. Eastern's defense has gotten a couple of stops tonight. 3:39 left in the first quarter, and it's Eastern Michigan Eagles on top, looking to add to that lead. Well, the MAC championship game is a week from Saturday, just down the road in Detroit from where we are. And it's been great to see the parity in the MAC. I mean, the different MAC champions we've had recently.
There's no other conference in the nation that can say in the last 5 years there's been a different champion. I mean, that's the epitome of parity in a conference.
For this Western Michigan team, a win puts them in that championship game. You talk about rivalries between Eastern, Western, and Central. We just found some Central Michigan fans that are only here to see one of these teams lose.
And a picture of the Maccoon
Western
as well.
lose.
I love it.
Because if Western wins tonight, they win the trophy between the Michigan schools. There's a flag out on the run by Dunlap.
See if they got Harold Mack, the wide receiver, on the outside with a hold, 23. I do have a pole in my way in this booth, so.
Holding. Offense. Number 23. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Reeney's doing a little jive around the pole.
We should say, because we talked about
a little
it
soft shoe
last time out, that was a red zone score because Eastern Michigan was in the red zone. So even though the penalty backed him out, it goes down as a red zone touchdown. So still 100% and a touchdown. So there we go.
Still perfect on the season.
Yep.
Eastern and Oklahoma, the only two teams that can say that. This penalty backs them up to their own 9-yard line. They need to get to the 25. Noah Kim gets it out quickly to his target. Spinning around is Harold Mack. That pass is caught at the 22-yard line. Still need 3 more yards. Joey Pope with the tackle.
It was funny talking to the coaches about Harold Mack. They said, true freshman, super confident in a good way. You love to see that, those young players.
Yeah, one of their other receivers had a key drop, and Harold Mack slid in and took his place and has been consistent. They've trusted him. Noah Kim's going to run. He's got the first down, and that's something they didn't know they were getting when Noah Kim transferred to Eastern.
Yeah, talked about it early. He's never really run, but he's a really good athlete, and he can run. So here on a little zone read, puts it in belly, takes it out. Excellent job by Joshua Long, the tight end, 87, with that kick-out block. Noah Kim gets right behind him. And a nice-looking play for the first down.
It was something this Western defense was really concerned about. They wanted to affect the quarterback pre- and post-snap.
False start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's on the center, Gallegos again. But when they say affect the quarterback pre- and post-snap for this defense, what does that mean?
Give them different looks, right? So show one defense, but then change it to kind of affect his pre-snap read. And then post, when you're changing, make sure you go when he's going to pass. You don't necessarily have to sack him, right? Everyone thinks you got to sack the quarterback, but you got to affect him. You got to get him off his spot. You got to get some hits on him. So that's how you affect pre- and post-snap.
Dunlap. No room on the outside. The door was shut by Joshua Franklin.
And defensively, if you can get a big back like Tavier Dunlap going east and west, that's exactly what you want. Franklin comes up, cuts those legs out, and a big loss. Big TFL, tackle for loss for Western Michigan.
We've called Joshua Franklin's name a couple of times already tonight. Noah Kim off of the fingertips of Harold Mack. That might be on the announcer jinx. I just talked about his consistency.
Well, he was motioning like it was a little behind him, and it may have been, but that young receiver knows he has to make that catch. That's a shallow cross route. He's thinking catch, use his speed, get up that sideline, but you got to catch the ball first. And now you're in a world of hurt here at 3rd and 18 because they were just trying to pick up maybe half of it there to make it more manageable on 3rd down.
Noah Kim will look to the sidelines. Remember, the radio cuts off at 15 on the play clock. They hand it to McMillan. Falling forward, keeps going! Down the sideline, Dante McMillan! 3rd and 18, no problem.
Man, they just run draw there. They're not expecting really to pick that first down up, but guess what? Dante McMillan was. Inside handoff, little draw, offensive line, excellent job, and just watch the tackles missed, the tackles broken by Dante McMillan. You want to talk about contact balance? Tremendous by McMillan, takes a shot, stays on his feet, and comes out the other end for a big explosive play.
That is a 54-yard pickup, his longest run of the season. Kim completes the pass to Dunlap around the 20. James Camden with the tackle.
And when you come to tackle a good running back like Dante McMillan, a 200-pounder, you need to wrap him up. You can't just throw shoulders at him. He's got balance. He's going to contact you, stay on his feet. Exactly what he just did on that last run.
This is the end of the first quarter.
Well, look at Eastern Michigan go. They've got all the momentum on senior night. Ready to break down the wall. Their last game of the season, laying everything on the line against their rival Western.
Welcome back to Ypsilanti. Eastern Michigan leads it 7-0. They're in the red zone again, and it's been a lot of Dante McMillan. He needed 97 yards rushing to go over 1,000. Figured, I'll do it through the air early. Some nice runs, some nice catches. Screen pass for a touchdown, the big run there. Only 6 touches for McMillan, but so productive. 130 total yards in the first quarter. Outstanding by the senior running back.
And we've seen his longest run of the season, 54 yards. He's got 130 total yards on 6 touches in this game. No, Ken dropping way back there. He lets it go into the end zone and pass incomplete. Dante McMillan, we were watching him too in that break. They did retape one of his ankles, but he was on the sidelines ready to run back.
I think they actually did his other ankle too. He said, do both of them. Spud him up. So I think he's good to go. Let's hope. Yeah, I see the nod. Yep. Say, Coach, get me back in there. I'm feeling good. I'm hot. Feed me.
Eastern Michigan trying to upset Western Michigan. Western needs a win tonight to put themselves in the MAC championship game. A loss does not count them out of the game, but they control their destiny. Kemet was high up into the air, and it was caught by Joey Pomp. Interception. And his second pick of the season.
And there it is. We just saw it. The first time all year Eastern Michigan's been in the red zone and has been stopped. The deflection, good coverage by Franklin. Franklin's been all over the place tonight from that corner position. Knocks it up. The pass defended, and Joey Pope, the safety, is there for the interception. Big time takeaway by that Western Michigan defense.
He also had an interception against Toledo in their first win of the season, and then gets one here tonight on the road. It puts Brock Lowry and the Western offense back on the field. Jalen Buckley trying to bounce around, picks up a yard on the play. Right, Western had a goal to come in and get some kind of points on the board in the first quarter. That didn't happen. What do you want to see differently from their offense?
Well, from seeing them last week, it's very eerily similar to how they started the game last week against Northern Illinois. They were patient. They didn't get out of their game plan. They're still going to go run the ball. They still have confidence in their defense. But right now, Eastern Michigan is winning at the line of scrimmage. They're winning at the point of attack.
Last week, Western trailed 13-0 and then scored 35 unanswered. Lowry throwing on the run, and it's caught by his tight end, Blake Basma, for the first down. Basma, a walk-on who earned a scholarship back in 2022, and they just ask him to do everything at the tight end.
Exactly. They call him the jack of all trades, hence why he's back there returning punts. A good, easy throw by Brock Lowry, and a nice pickup to get them some breathing room here out past the 20 now.
Well, they told us, too, Blake Basma, he spends more time on the jug machine working on catches than anybody.
They have one of those machines where you can set it up, do it yourself. You don't need anyone, and he takes advantage of it.
Devin Miles on the carry. Falls forward to the 28-yard line, tackled by Warren Stevens-Teu.
And Miles is that nice change of pace back from Buckley. A little smaller, 185, but he's a speedster. He's explosive. If he gets to the second level, has the ability to take it the distance.
Got to see him go over 100 yards last week, too. It was Jalen Buckley, Devin Miles, and quarterback Brock Lowry that had over 100 rushing yards each. Lowry goes up the middle, driving the pile for the first down.
That's a 210-pound. I like to call him, and he throws the ball well, so I don't want to say this, but to me, he's like a running back that can throw the ball. He's got power. Normal quarterbacks don't finish runs off like Brock Lowry just did. Has that fullback mentality in there when he runs the ball. He has great self-awareness, knows what he needs to get done on the field. Love to see that from the quarterback position.
They're trying to get something going. They haven't had a lot of success offensively so far tonight. Miles with success, and he had a guy holding onto his leg, pulling him forward. Still needs one more yard to move the chains. Pickup of 9. Tackle made by Jason Marshall.
Yeah, and Marshall was just holding on as Miles was running. Took him for a few yards.
Flag comes out as Miles gets the yardage they needed, but we'll see what the penalty was. It came out of the backfield.
I think they're going to get Zach Vaughn, 73, with a hold. Let's see if my eyes were right.
Holding. Offense. Number 86.
And I was wrong.
10-yard penalty. Second down.
And that's why you need to go to the eye doctor.
That's right, I do, but next season.
We've talked about this
Next
a lot
season,
the last few weeks for Reedy.
Plasma, the tight end.
You know, I want to go back to Brock Lowry because you've seen what an X factor already in this game he can be. It was in fall camp. He was in a quarterback battle with Brady Jones, and he went to the coaches in their last scrimmage and said, look, I can't show you what I can do unless I go live in this scrimmage. So trust me to go live and let me show you. And, man, he did. Yeah, and you love that about him. I talked about self-awareness. He knows what he needs to do to impress and get the job done. Jalen Buckley on the edge, cuts back inside past the 40, falling forward. Third down on the way.
And nice job by Buckley. Square those shoulders, put that left foot in the ground, square the shoulders, and go and get it back to a 3rd and short here and try to keep this drive alive.
Western Michigan 1 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. He pulls it from Talik Williams. Brock Lowry's got the first down.
And when you send guys in motion like that, like Talik Williams, it makes the linebackers, you got to hold your point, right? You can't cheat in there to A-gap because you got to protect against the jet sweep. He comes through it. Linebackers hold just a second, and Lowry pulls it and goes right up the middle, that A-gap. Good hard run to pick up the first down.
4-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Lowry throwing to Buckley and a little circus catch. It kind of was thrown behind him.
It wasn't kind. It was definitely thrown behind him. May have been tipped. I don't know, but the ball definitely went behind. Buckley makes a really nice catch on his wheel route. Fake the handoff, and then you want to put this out in front of him. And I think it was tipped just a bit by the defensive lineman Hector Gonzalez, if my eyes were right there. Number 90, the true freshman. What concentration by Jalen Buckley.
I think you nailed that one.
There we go. Got it. 1 for 2.
Devin Miles, they'll rotate backs, trying to push the pile. Still needs a yard. Ben Needham, the defensive coordinator for Eastern Michigan in his 8th season. I mean, you know they're going to run the football.
Yeah, no, you know what Western's going to do, and you're challenged to stop them.
Brock Lowry is just willing Western forward.
Yeah, they go option there. That's old school traditional option. I thought we'd see a pitch from Lowry. He says, nope. I see this hole. I can hit it, and I can pick up this first down. That brings me back to like the 90s right there. Reverse turn, going to run option down the line. Look at the offensive line. Reach blocking, getting down the line just enough. Lowry cuts it up and picks up that first down.
He pulled it from Buckley here. And came at the pile hard. Bryce Eluke made the stop. Picks up 2.
And that's a call play. They'll go quarterback power where he puts it in the belly of the back, pulls it out, but then the back goes forward and lead blocks. But nice job at the point of attack there by Eastern Michigan. Not much for Lowry on that one.
16 rushes, 4 passes. Not surprised by those numbers. This will be the 12th play of this drive, though, Reedy. Talik Williams on the little jet sweep. He's got something on that far side. He's got himself a touchdown. 36 yards for Talik Williams.
And how many times have we seen Talik Williams go in motion, right, where Lowry doesn't give it to him, keeps it himself. This time he gives it to him. Jalen Buckley out in front with a very nice lead block. And then you see the speed of Talik Williams on that jet sweep to turn it up that left sideline and get it to the house. Excellent play call by Walt Bell.
Palmer Domsky looking to tie this game. And he does. Longest drive of the season for Western Michigan.
Defense gets the stop in the red zone, take it down the distance, tie this thing up at 7. We got a good one here.
Kick off your Week 13 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown Crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. They'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. Well, Western Michigan just tied up this football game, an important one because Western Michigan wants to control its own destiny. They can do that with a win tonight that would put them in the MAC championship game. A loss does not keep them out of it, but it's better to be in the driver's seat.
You never want to leave it up to scenarios, right, where you lose that last week of the season, and then you got to depend on other teams. If you have the ability to win and get in, you got to take care of business, and that was a nice drive for them getting back because they seemed kind of out of sorts early in this game. Eastern Michigan looked really good, but I think that defensive stop was big, and then the offense to put together that drive, 7.5 minutes to go to distance and score a touchdown was big for Western Michigan.
Yeah, Western's defense got the interception. Their offense turned it into points, and Eastern will go back on offense, look to retake the lead. Will step aside in Ypsilanti. The 15 seniors were honored before this game, their final home game for Eastern Michigan. And head coach Chris Creighton started a really cool tradition back in 1997. Before the game, we're talking less than 10 minutes until kickoff, he has them bring their most influential man in their life into the locker room, introduce them to the team, and tell that person why they've been a big influence in their life. And it's something that has been emotional for his teams. It's something that has taught his players a lot about each other. And Mike Piakowski, who's the offensive coordinator, actually was a player for Chris Creighton. He experienced this. He said it's very powerful. He brought his dad into the locker room.
Super emotional. You know, Coach Creighton told us a story, one of his prior coaching positions. He actually had to call a timeout before the game even started because it was so emotional, but something that he loves, his team loves, and it's very meaningful for the players.
I'm trying to honor these seniors and go out with a bang here against their rival. Western Michigan just had its best drive of the night and got a touchdown.
You know, all the things Coach Creighton does, I mean, his main goal, program goal, is to impact men, and he does that. I mean, yeah, you want to win games and you want to set records and win championships, but at the end of the day, he's building young men into men that are going to be great fathers, great husbands, great citizens, and just you love coaches like Chris Creighton that develop young men.
Noah Kim in the Eastern offense trying to retake the lead. Pass up top. Ooh, that was close, but it was hauled in by Benson Prosper. Joshua Franklin was right there.
Right there, and it shows you the arm strength of Noah Kim as he spins it out there. I mean, Franklin's had a really nice night early. He's right there, and just proper technique, goes with that inside hand, misses, but he's got that outside hand to make the tackle. But a good throw and nice catch by Prosper.
Prosper was a JUCO national champion last year at Hutchinson Community College. His first catch since October 11th against NIU. 3rd and 2. Eastern Michigan is 1 for 4 on 3rd down. They'll throw it out instead to Dante McMillan. Finally stopped by Dylan Moore. Run for McMillan.
Well, and I love the play call. You fake it to the big back, and then you have McMillan in there in a trips formation like a receiver. Just a quick little out, dump pass by Kim, and then down the sideline he goes.
That's 48 yards. Too bad he didn't need 100 receiving yards for 1,000 tonight.
Over 100 receiving for sure.
Yeah, he's at 118. He's at 61 rushing. Needed 97 coming into this game, rushing for 1,000. Dunlap wrapped up. Rodney McGraw first to make the tackle for Western.
And nice little set here. That penetration by that Western Michigan defensive line, we talked about them earlier. I think they need to get more of that, get downhill faster, get off blocks.
Loss of 1 on the play. That's when they spread everybody out. Dunlap, the running back, is all the way at the bottom of your screen. Kim tossing in the middle of the field. It's caught at the 11 by Harold Mack.
And nice poise in the pocket once again by Noah Kim. He knows he's going to get hit right at the end. Stays in there, throws it to Mack, the young freshman. Another nice catch.
Remember, last time in the red zone for Eastern was the first time all season they didn't come away with points. It ended in a Noah Kim interception by Joey Pope. Joshua Long goes in motion. Kim pulls it. He's got the conversion. Ball pops out, and it's another turnover for this Western defense. John Peters, right place, right time.
Boy, the ball gets stripped. Peters is there, and if it's not for Nick Devereaux, 81, that's going for a touchdown. It's a good call, the good keep. You just got to protect that ball high and tight. It gets stripped out. And that's going to the house. Good hustle by Nick Devereaux to make that tackle.
After the play is over, Sideline interference, Western Michigan. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
It was Tate Halleck who stripped it,
yeah.
and it popped up into the hands of John Peters.
Then a 15-yard penalty on Western Michigan. Usually you see a sideline warning. What that tells me is someone contacted an official, probably pretty good, to knock him off his feet, and they get called with a 15-yard penalty. But it doesn't affect the play. It'll be Western Michigan's ball when we come back, tied at 7 in Ypsilanti.
Well, Eastern Michigan had the fewest turnovers in the MAC, but they've already had 2 in the first half.
Yeah, big interception in the red zone, then they take that down the field. Joey Pope with the interception, and then right here, Tate Halleck with this strip of Noah Kim, right in the arms of John Peters. 2 takeaways inside the red zone. That's killer for Eastern Michigan and great for Western Michigan.
Eastern Michigan was perfect in the red zone, tied with Oklahoma as the only 2 teams to do that. And tonight, a couple of turnovers in the red zone. Western Michigan got points the last time they forced a turnover. Can they do it again? Brock Lowry on the move. They've looked different here in the second quarter. They were scoreless in the first quarter.
Yeah, again, patience. They know what they want to do. They want to run the ball, +1 run game with Lowry. And they're going to stick to it. They don't get out of their comfort zone. They don't start slinging around. They don't do anything that they're not. And they're a running team.
Their last drive took up 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Jalen Buckley here. Oh boy. Oh boy, Buckley. Tripped up as he crosses midfield. Bryce Llewellyn made a saving tackle.
Yeah, outstanding job that right side of the line, down blocking, just an inside zone. Excellent job, Evan Dabo, the right guard. Buckley with the patience gets behind it, and a big chunk play for Western Michigan.
He's liked playing this Eastern Michigan team. Last time on this field was that 2023 season when he had 138 rushing yards. Christian Leary couldn't turn upfield and get anything. Zach Mochan was forcing him.
And that time the Eastern Michigan defense read that perfectly, reacted perfectly, used the sideline as a 12th defender. Mochan, really nice job there from his linebacker position. Get that tackle for the loss.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
That's a loss of 5 on the play, but 2 minutes until the half. Western driving. Remember, they will get the ball to start the third quarter as well. We finish up the first half when we come back.
Will you buy stuff on?
Tie ball game with 2 minutes to go. Western Michigan needs a win tonight to control their own destiny into the MAC championship game. They're driving now. Their defense has forced turnovers on back-to-back possessions in the red zone, and now their offense back on.
Yeah, and the Eastern Michigan defense has a chance to step up. See Zach Mochan right there, the middle linebacker, had a nice tackle for a loss on the last play.
Brock Lowry play action. Up top he goes. Michael Brescia The tight end makes the grab, and that's a first down.
Yeah, that's a really nice throw by Brock Lowry to get it in to Brescia, the tight end.
Brescia, who spent 4 seasons as a quarterback at Colgate.
Yeah. 6'2", 242 is Brescia. Good, solid, real solid quarterback. Good, solid tight end as well.
Yeah, he was a dual threat quarterback at Colgate. Lowry on the move. Lowry, open turf. There he goes. Touchdown, Western. Broncos with their first lead. 33 yards for the QB.
Yeah, the +1 once again. Quarterback keeper Blake Basma, the jack of all trades. 86. Watch the block on the outside. Excellent. You saw the receiver come down with a block as well. Run it to the short side of the field. Really nice play.
Western has scored on its last 2 drives to take this lead after trailing 7-0. Domschke puts them up 14-7.
We said they don't deviate from what they do. They don't panic. They run the ball, but they've mixed in a couple nice passes as well to the tight ends. Lowry's thrown some nice balls, but again, the bread and butter is their running ability and the running ability of Brock Lowry, that man right there, the quarterback.
You know, that mentality, that patience, we were really impressed last week. They were down 13-0, but that's something that Lance Taylor has said they've developed.
Yeah, we asked Lance Taylor about it. I said, what about that patience? He goes, yeah, kind of surprised me that we were that patient. Something we've worked on, but it's easier said than done. And there's the offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, who basically told us he knows how good the defense is, especially that defensive front. If they can run the ball, shorten the game, do what they do, he knows they're not going to be a high up-tempo, a lot of points offense, but they're going to do what they need to do to score 1 more point and win games. And they've been on a really nice run the second half of the season for sure.
A team that started 0-3 on the year, losses to Michigan State, North Texas, and Illinois. Got their first win against Toledo, and that has changed everything. Now a win tonight puts them in the MAC championship game. So Eastern Michigan will have all 3 timeouts, 1:31 on the clock. Remember, Western will get the ball to start the second half. But Noah Kim, last 2 drives have ended in turnovers.
Yeah, and they just got to protect the ball. I mean, he got stripped. It happens, but you got to protect it. And the interception he threw was good defense. The ball gets knocked up and the old tip drill. But with 1:31 and all 3 timeouts, you got to put your foot on the gas here and try to go down and score points here.
Dante McMillan, who is in the backfield with Kim, has been a threat on the ground and as a receiver tonight. Pass incomplete to Harold Mack.
And I'll tell you, for the most part, the offensive line for Eastern Michigan has done a really good job protecting Noah Kim. They've held that defensive line of Western Michigan at bay.
8 for 14 tonight for Noah Kim, 159 yards. I'll flip Joshua Long, the tight end. He's usually a receiving target. I haven't called his name tonight. Kim, pressure, just had to throw it away.
Yep, slid out of the tackle box and just threw that away. And really, that's on the back end. That's really good coverage by Western Michigan. Just nowhere for Noah Kim to go. Throws it away and lives for another down, but it's 3rd and 10 here. Now you got to be careful, right? Because you can give the ball back to Western Michigan with time for them to score some more points. So a critical play here on 3rd down.
Eastern 2 for 6 on 3rd down. And Western's going to use a timeout.
Timeout. Western Michigan. Their first of the half. 30 seconds.
Well, here's our Week 13 Monday Night Football matchup. The Patriots and the Giants at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the ESPN app. Peyton and Eli on ESPN2. Coverage will kick off with NFL Live at 3 Eastern, and then Scott Van Pelt and the Monday Night Countdown crew at 6 Eastern.
How about those Patriots, huh? Mike Vrabel doing some work. Got your turkey ready, Court?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready
I'm not
to go,
the cook
huh?
in the family. That would be my husband.
Well, I'm not the cook either, so we got that in common.
I clean a mean dish.
Me too, but I'll eat.
Third and 10. Cam lets it fly. Marked at the 31, not where they needed, and timeout is called by Western Michigan.
Western Michigan. Their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Aaron Wofford made the tackle.
Exactly what you want to do, right? You get the underneath pass. It's not enough for the first down. Come up and make a tackle. That's what Wofford did. And then, boom, you bang another timeout if you're Lance Taylor. So going to force a punt here with 1:16. You still have a timeout in your back pocket as well.
Lance Taylor told us the message to his team this week was that there was one scenario, we win, and we're in the championship game. Now, there are some other scenarios if they don't win tonight. A win tonight or an Ohio win or a Miami, Ohio loss would put Western in that championship game.
But at the end of the day, Western Michigan is the only team in the MAC that can control their fate. Win and you're in. So that's all they want to think about. That was the message all week. And they've responded nicely after a slow start.
Basma calls for the fair catch. So how do you play this minute 10 if you're Western and you get the ball to start the third quarter?
Yeah, it's funny because we talked about they're going to do what they do best, and that's run the ball. Don't expect them to spread it out and throw the ball here. At the very least, they're going in the locker room up 14-7. They're going to run the ball. But what they're going to do is maybe they can spring Buckley for a 30, 40-yard run. Then you can step on the gas a little bit and maybe throw it. But I would expect a run here on first down.
Brock Lowry will do the running. He drags a guy just short of the marker by a yard. Zach Mochan was that defender.
Yeah, so the clock doesn't stop to reset the chains because he's just short.
Buckley got the first down and more to the 36-yard line. It'll pause briefly.
And now because you're out, getting close past the 35, you might roll Lowry out and throw the ball here.
He's 3 for 5 through the air this evening. Play action, he will look to toss it. And he's got Balin Brooks.
They got to go quick here. They may even spike this because you want to keep that last time out for a field goal attempt.
Back to Balin Brooks, but dropped it.
Now let's remember, Palmer Domsky, he had, talking to Lance Taylor, end of half, he'll give him like a 54-yard attempt depending on when. The wind's pretty dead tonight, so you got to get probably.
They told us the goal was a 32-yard line.
Correct. That's regular, but I think end of half, they'll give him a little more. So I think if they can get to about the 37, I think they'll give him a shot. So about another 5 yards.
Lowry's got that and more inside the 35. And they're going to use their final timeout of the half.
Western Michigan, their third and final of the half. 30 seconds.
So stops it with 19 seconds to go. Third down on the way. They need about 3.
Yeah, and again, started this drive with a quarterback run, right? Quarterback draw, good chunk play at 9 yards and just do what they do. Complete it one pass, a nice one. So they don't deviate from what they do well. And just like that, they're in Domsky's range for a field goal.
It was Eastern who started out this game with all the momentum, and Western did not panic. In the second quarter here, they have taken control, all 14 of their points coming here in the second quarter.
And now you got to, it's 3rd and 3 here, so obviously you want to get some more yards. You can't get tackled without getting a first down because the clock's going to run out on you. You got to get the first down and then get up and spike it. Give your field goal plenty of time to get on there and kick it.
Yeah, Western Michigan, no more timeouts in the half. Talik Williams on the jet sweep. This has been successful for them. He got a touchdown off of it. It gets the first down. They got to hustle.
Yeah,
spike the ball.
Yeah, they'll spike it. It stops for that first down. Plenty of time there. I would actually let it run and then spike it. Because you're really not in a position to run any more plays with no timeouts. So I would have let it run down there to like 3 or 4 and then spiked it and just brought the field goal team on and kicked it.
Yeah, because now with 11 seconds, you're in kind of a weird...
Yeah, and so he's going to bring his field goal team out now. So that stuff you just... Every type of scenario you have to plan for, and so now he's going to take his field goal kicker off. He may just drop Lowry back and say, whatever you do, don't fall down, don't take a snap, and just throw it out of bounds just to take some more time off the clock.
Lowry heaves a shot deep into the end zone. It is caught but out of bounds by Avion Chenault, and now 6 seconds on the clock.
And that's kind of really what that was, because that pass was clearly out of bounds by Lowry. Chenault didn't have a chance to catch it in bounds, and that's really what Lance Taylor wanted to do. He wanted to take 4 or 5 seconds off the clock, and it's exactly what he did.
So this will be a 44-yard attempt for Palmer Domsky, whose career long is 49.
The 44-yard field goal is
It's good. There was a hesitation.
Boy, there was a real hesitation. I'm looking at the officials like, what are you looking back for? It went through. Put your arms up.
2 seconds and a half. Palmer Domsky hits from 44. Western will get the ball to start the third quarter, too.
Yeah, Domsky's been a very good kicker for them this year. That is a weapon.
He's been the MAC Special Teams Player of the Week 3 times this season.
But, they didn't rush. They had good patience. They were able to move down the field, utilize their timeouts, utilize their first downs, and get 3 out of it.
So that's the last 3 drives for Western, and ended with points.
And remember, Eastern Michigan started with 1:31 left in all 3 timeouts. They got the stop, did Western Michigan. Basement Fair catches the punt like he always does, and they methodically go down the field and put 3 on the board.
There's nothing like a tight end and a punt return.
Yeah. Catching punts. He's made a nice catch tonight as well. Blocking.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Action.
That's it.
We need the Macoon.
We need the Macoon. We need a Macoon outfit next year. Like someone's got to have a big furry Macoon.
Western Michigan 17 points, 232 yards in this quarter. And that's the half. Western scoops up the momentum. They are 1/2 of football away from an appearance in the MAC championship game. 17-7 lead at halftime for Western Michigan. Let's get you to the studio with Zubin and Trevor. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Western Michigan, a win tonight would put them in the MAC championship game. They've scored 17 unanswered points, all of them coming in the second quarter, and they lead as we get set to start the third quarter. They'll also get the football. Courtney Lyle and Rini and Golia with you. What changed in the second quarter for the Broncos?
Lance Taylor wanted to get off to a fast start. That didn't happen. But again, much like last week, they're patient. They don't panic. They stick to their game, and they got Brock Lowry going in that +1 run game and just methodically went down the field and got into the rhythm for them running the ball.
Coming out in this game in the first quarter, it was Eastern Michigan who had all the momentum, and they were doing it a lot with Dante McMillan in different ways.
Yeah, and catching the ball out of the backfield, a little slip screen there for McMillan, touchdown, and Eastern Michigan looked really good early. But then that second quarter, that first takeaway in the red zone, Joey Pope with the interception. They go back down the field. Talik Williams with the jet sweep takes it in the end zone. And then another red zone takeaway. Tate Hallett with the strip. John Peters with the recovery. And then Lowry finished that drive off with a touchdown. And then they get the stop before half court. We're able to go down and get a Domsky field goal. So an excellent second quarter for Western Michigan.
Yeah, Domsky hit from 44 yards just before the half. And now Western Michigan will get the football to start the third quarter. Devin Miles is going to run this one. Spun down just over the 30-yard line. So Brock Lowry, the dual-threat quarterback, leading this offense right now, up 17-7. The message all week from Lance Taylor, their head coach, has been there's only one path for them in their minds to the MAC championship. You win it tonight, and that puts you in the championship game. There are some other scenarios, but that's the message to his team.
Man, the other thing, if you can get this win tonight, put yourself in the game, you have 11 days to rest. It's kind of like a half a bye, right? Playing on a Tuesday night. That MAC game isn't until 2 weekends, if that makes sense.
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
Jalen Buckley hitting the pile hard. What do you like about him as a running back?
Yeah, it's just his effort, right? And he's a smart running back. And he told us he's been working on the mental part of it. Pre-snap read, what's the defense doing? Squares his shoulders nicely, has patience, and he presses the hole, which all good running backs do.
Well, and he's finally healthy.
Yeah,
he's been battling injuries. 2 seasons ago, he was the MAC Freshman of the Year, and then has been banged up and confident, healthy. You're seeing that. Lowry rolling, throwing on the move. He's got the first down and the completion over to Blake Basma, the tight end.
Yeah, what a catch by Basma. That was not a good throw by Lowry. Low and behind him, and the big tight end said, that's all right, I'll hand catch it. I'll scoop it off the turf before it hits.
We talked about it, one of the best pass catchers on this team.
Yeah, this is the Jugs, right? We talked about it. Nice, concentrate, slow up, the big tight end. And when they can get first downs through the air like that, that makes them even more dangerous in the run game because the defense has to respect that now.
Lowry's got it go, can't go anywhere. Sacked by Donovan Green.
Yeah, and don't be fooled, that number 9, big Donovan Green, 300-pounder, plays the nose guard position. And there, it's just good coverage, the secondary by Eastern Michigan, and nowhere for Lowry to go. And big Donovan Green gets there for the sack, and that's a big sack, putting him at 2nd and 19 here.
A 9-yard loss on the sack. Lowry tucks and runs past the 40, started sliding around the 45-yard line, and they'll mark him just over that marker.
Well, it gets the sack yardage back, plus a couple. We're about 3rd and 8 position here. You know, if they can pick up 6 or 7 here and maybe just get short of that first down line to gain, Lance Taylor may think about going for it. We'll see what they can do here on 3rd and 7.
Remember, Western Michigan has scored on its last 3 possessions. Amata Ele is the running back on 3rd down. Lowry pocket closing, gets it off and just over the grasp of Talik Williams. Incomplete, 4th down here.
But he had Williams coming back on the sideline, but the pocket kind of closed on Lowry and it looked like he couldn't follow through on the throw, and it fluttered on him, kind of sailed over Talik Williams, couldn't make the catch. Good job there by Eastern Michigan. It was really the sack on 2nd down that set him up there, or on 1st down, I should say.
Ryan Milmore to punt. Rooks back for Eastern Michigan. So Eastern Michigan getting set for its first offensive possession of this half. Their last couple of possessions, Rudy, they've turned the football over.
I would like to see maybe try to get their offense into a rhythm. Maybe some quick throws from Noah Kim. Get the ball out of his hand quickly. Get it into his skill players in space and see what they can do.
You know, Nick Devereaux, number 81, is one of their top targets, and we haven't called his name tonight at all.
He made a tackle. That's it on the fumble recovery.
He's lined up at the bottom of the screen in the slot. Look him toss complete over the middle. It's a 1st down for Eastern Michigan as it's caught by Harold Mack.
Yeah, good protection there. Gave Noah Kim time to scan the field to find his young receiver, Harold Mack. And right here, get north and south, go. And then get down, because you're going to see big bodies coming.
Harold Mack has been somebody that's come on late. All of his catches have come since October 25th. He's got 3 of them tonight. Dante McMillan, his first carry of the 2nd half. It's a good one. Goes for a 1st down. And he's somebody that averages 5.7 yards per carry on 1st down.
Yeah, he asked me about running back for Western Michigan, Jalen Buckley. McMillan, very similar in terms of his patience and pressing the hole.
It's a low snap. Noah Kim corrals it, and the pass, he's hit, and it comes loose. Western Michigan falling all over it.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
So on this replay, you want to watch his hand because they're saying it did not come forward. So this a fumble forced by Nadine Tucker.
Man, Tucker, their elite rush end, number 11. Watch right here. Boy, and it actually hit. So if the ball is in the hand, replay, I am certain it's going to stop this to look at it. If the ball is in the hand and the hand moves forward at all, it's an incomplete pass. We'll get a great look at it. Now, replay doesn't have to stop, but they're going to look at it anyway. So
the ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. The previous play was under further review.
I thought Don Bondi, the replay official, would stop it.
Do you see his hand moving forward?
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at it again. It was close. The hand comes forward, but it's the old empty hand, right? If it comes through empty, it's a fumble. First glance, call on the field is fumble. I would tend to say it is a fumble. Yeah, to me, when he gets hit with the ball back and the arm cocked, the ball is loose and coming out as that hand comes forward. Right here, the hand's back, and see the ball, to me right there, the ball's coming out. That's a great shot by our crew. To me, the ball starts to move when it was cocked all the way back, and it comes through loose. To me, I believe the call on the field will be upheld.
The field is upheld.
There you go.
It will be 1st down and 10 for Western Michigan.
And Nadeem Tucker just forced Everett Small right into his own quarterback, the left tackle.
Exactly what you want to do, right? Like, Small, the back hits him, but Tucker gets the credit for that sack there.
Tucker's 4th in the nation in sacks. Tied for 1st in TFLs.
Boy, 3 takeaways tonight by that Western Michigan defense.
A Western Michigan defense that has shown so much improvement from last season. They've cut down their numbers almost in half when it comes to yards allowed and points allowed per game.
Yeah, Chris O'Leary, that's a great hire by Lance Taylor to bring Chris O'Leary in as a defensive coordinator. He has paid dividends for sure.
Lowry rolling, looking to let it fly. He does. Malik Dudon with the catch for a 1st down inside the 10.
Yeah, just a good crossing route by Dudon. Good patience by Lowry. And I love getting him outside here because it gives him a run-pass option. Not an RPO, but a run-pass option in terms of he's on the outside. If Dudon's not there, Lowry just tucks that and goes and picks up 3, 4, 5 yards. Maybe breaks a tackle and goes even further.
Dudon's 1st catch in 3 games. Lowry's got it. And Eastern's defense knew it.
And now you just sell out, right, if you're Eastern Michigan between the tackle box. You put a lot of bodies in there. See Evans, 33, one of the leaders. Carter Evans, very experienced player. Now you just gotta take Brock Lowry out of this game and say you gotta beat us another way. Now, you know the jet sweep's gonna come in here eventually too because they've had success with it.
And they've used Talik Williams, number 0, who's lined up in the slot right now with the yellow sleeves on. They like to use him coming across. Little reverse. Back the other way, Avion Chenault. Marked at the 5.
Well, they go with the reverse, but I tell you what, Avion Chenault, Eastern Michigan was not fooled. This is all number 18, Avion Chenault, the true freshman. Watch his speed and giddy up here to get it down to the 6-yard line. I mean, should have been tackled about the 15.
Western's not going to be in any hurry either. 3rd and goal coming up. The clock ticking for Walt Bell in this offense.
Ben Needham, the defensive coordinator, looks on.
Lowry looking for help. Can he find the end zone? You bet he can. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Patience.
I mean, that's all Brock Lowry. That's a called pass play. It's not there. It's good coverage. And then he says, you know what? Here we go. Tuck it. Become a fullback. Lower the shoulders. Smell the goal line and go find it, Brock Lowry. And he does.
Domsky to attempt the point after.
Palmer Domsky on for the point after. 24 straight points for Western Michigan.
And give the young receiver, Avion Chenault, credit on the reverse. He was able to get it back to the 6, where then Lowry on 3rd and goal doesn't have a receiver, but says, I'll become running back. Western Michigan leads it 24-7 in the 3rd.
Well, Western Michigan has forced 3 turnovers tonight. They've scored 17 points off of those turnovers.
That's what good teams do, right? You get the takeaways, and then you go down and make the team pay, and you score touchdowns, and they've done it tonight.
A win for Western puts them in the MAC championship game a week from Saturday, just down the road from where we are. We're about 30 minutes outside of Detroit. They're going to play the MAC championship December 6th at Ford Field. Brock Lowry making things happen, the quarterback for Western Michigan. He punches it in with his legs for the 2nd time tonight, and now Western kicking it back to Eastern. And they'll boot this one into the end zone. And we step aside. 24 unanswered points for Western Michigan. They're controlling this football game.
The College Football Playoff begins December 19th and concludes with the National Championship January 19th on ESPN.
For Western Michigan, such an interesting roller coaster of a season. They actually started this year 0-3, losses to Michigan State, North Texas, and Illinois. Their first win of the season, they had to come back against Toledo, and they won it 14-13, and that changed everything. They've won 7 out of their last 8 games, and they've got a chance to go to the MAC championship game. The odds are looking in their favor. A win tonight would put them in that championship.
The Toledo win definitely turned their season around. And really is a program-turning win for them to come from behind, and then the run they've run. Because if you go 0-4 there, Courtney, their season is much different than it's looking right now.
Dante McMillan with the carry, picks up about 3. Lance Taylor told us that Toledo win saw belief, and he said, we're in this situation because of that game against Toledo. And it's a game that they've been able to point back to when things aren't going how they like. Lance Taylor said, remember what we did at Toledo.
Yeah, and it's something they've built on, and they have momentum now and belief, and that's very good for a team.
Noah Kim heaves it up in the air. Yeah, and there's a flag out for sure, because I was watching Dorvarius Sims just hold on to the back of the intended target as he ran down the field.
And the side judge and the back judge didn't throw a flag. It came from the line judge. But I'm with you, Court. I thought I saw a hold there as well.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
See if we can see it. And there's a hold right there. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's an easy call. I'm just surprised we didn't see 3. A lot of times you'll see 3 flags, right? Yeah. One's enough.
That's all it takes. Eastern looking for a little life if they as they have turned the ball over 3 times tonight. They had the 12th fewest turnovers in FBS coming into this game. Kim throws up top, and that pass is caught to a Jamarian Wheeler who is falling down.
And you see Wheeler saying to Noah, can try to get me the ball up higher so I can run after the catch. Does no good if I go down and short gain. You know, Wheeler's got a 43-inch vertical leap. They tell us he's just an unreal athlete.
Yeah, just a freak athlete. Spent a couple of seasons at Iowa Central. Kim's got to go. Being chased big time. Tyson Lee hit the gas and was just cruising after Noah Kim.
Yeah. Smart veteran quarterback knows, though, once he gets outside the pocket, just throw the ball away. Live for another down. But, boy, yeah, look at D lineman running.
It's a redshirt senior out of South Bend, Indiana.
I mean, yeah, Tyson Lee, he looked like a sprinter there coming around that corner. He wanted that sack.
Tipped up in the air, taken away. Aaron Wofford with a 4th takeaway for this Western Michigan defense tonight.
And that's the 2nd interception off a pass breakup by Western Michigan, where it tips up in the air. See the coverage here. Really good, and I believe it's Joshua Franklin once again, and it is Joshua Franklin from the get-go in this game for Western Michigan. Whether it's tackling, pass breakups, he's been all over the place. He tips it up. Wofford with the interception, and you see the disgust from Noah Kim, Eastern Michigan quarterback.
Aaron Wofford, a guy that has played safety, he's played corner, he has not hesitated. Whatever the team needs, he is willing to do, and that's the 4th takeaway tonight for Western Michigan.
It's the cowboy hat, I think. You know, they put the cowboy hat on when they get the takeaway. I think that's what it is. They love it. It motivates them.
You want to wear that.
Yeah, we were in Montana a few weeks ago talking cowboy hats, and now we're seeing them in Michigan.
You know, whatever it takes, whatever motivates,
that's it.
I'm here for it. Still would love the Macoon.
The Macoon would be great.
Now Christian Leary is going to get the football here. First down. Spins around at the 30-yard line. They lined him up in the backfield.
Yeah, I was going to say. The receiver lines up at running back. Well, you know, he's from Orlando. He's an Orlando kid, Court. Played at Edgewater High School. Good speed. Obviously, they've worked on him getting some reps at running back because he looked really good there. Looked comfortable out of the backfield.
It's his 7th carry of the season. Spent 2 seasons at Alabama, 2 seasons at Georgia Tech, and now at Western.
You know, Orlando guys can do a lot.
Back to Devin Miles. Do you consider yourself an Orlando guy?
Well, now, I mean, I've lived there 26 years, so I guess that's
qualifies.
yes, right?
Yeah.
But getting back to the game, Western Michigan, this is what they do now. Now they lean on you, right? With that offensive line, they wear you down. It's like a boxer that'll go 12 rounds. They're just jabbing you, and they're giving you punches and uppercuts. And now they start leaning on you with that inside run, grind the clock out, and this is what they do.
230 yards. Talik Williams gets the carry from the backfield. They're just having their way with this Eastern defense.
And when you control the line of scrimmage with the push, with the inside run, then those jet sweeps, the outside runs, it just keeps a defense on their heels. Nothing they can do. Good block, and they block really well in the perimeter. The tight ends, the receivers. It's a very good complementary team in terms of if they're not carrying the ball, they're blocking for their teammates, and you love to see that.
You forget, too, this is an offensive line that lost 2 All-Americans from last season, and they've really been the players of the game the last 2 weeks. Lowry throws as he falls down. Pass incomplete. Carter Evans got to Brock Lowry.
Yeah, tries to get that out to the tight end, and good job by Eastern Michigan, though, to get to Lowry, force that incomplete pass. And, you know, getting back to the offensive line, that's a unit the last few weeks that's been gelling, playing better and better. And so you want to peak at the right time, right? And that's the end of the season as you hopefully get to a MAC championship and on to a big bowl game for you.
Yeah, you see Raheem Anderson, the center. I mean, he didn't even win the job in fall camp and just kept working. Fortunately for them, he did, because they had an injury, and he's taken over at center. Lowry looking at the corner of the end zone, that was caught out of bounds by Chenault. That's 2 catches out of bounds for him in the end zone.
And the defender did a nice job, because whenever you have a receiver on that sideline, you want to pinch him, squeeze him out. Well, that sideline's a 12th defender. It's like a double team, and it's Coley with that coverage for Eastern Michigan.
Third and 10 coming up for Western. They're 5 for 8 on 3rd down tonight. Christian Leary, his second carry on this drive, diving forward really close to the marker. Yeah, they're going to give him a first down.
He gave him a great spot. I was looking. He needed to get to the 6, and I'm like, I think he got there. Well, he marked him at the 5, and you see Leary kind of dive at the end, understanding where that first down marker is. He looks good from the running back spot. Breshka out there as well, the tight end number 2. Love it. Again, the blocking on the outside and the perimeter is what makes those runs go.
6 different players have had a carry for Western Michigan tonight. Jalen Buckley is back in at running back next to Brock Lowry. He slides over, the direct snap it to Buckley, pounds it up the middle, touchdown Western.
Number 6, Jalen Buckley. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
So the direct snap, see the offensive lineman pull, and look at just a good job up front. 77, Hunter Whitenack. They get movement with that line of scrimmage, and you love to see that. You see the pull there as well. John Hoffer, just tremendous job up front.
Domsky boots through the PAT. And it's 31-7. 31 unanswered points by Western Michigan, creeping closer and closer to an appearance in the MAC championship game.
WWE Survivor Series is a Thanksgiving week tradition, and War Games returns Saturday night with a stacked card highlighted by the main event, a 5-on-5 locked 2-ring steel cage match. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, streaming on the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. Courtney?
Is this the pre-show?
This is our own WWE right here. We were yelling during, when this was going on. You got to slam. She should have slammed him. She had a couple times a little hip toss. Got to grab the belt in sumo, though. Got to grab the belt.
The whole thing is that. That's how it ended, just like that.
Stalemate. Tie.
Western Michigan has taken advantage of 4 takeaways tonight. Eastern will try to get anything going as they run this out. And there's a flag down.
During the return, holding, return team number 7. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down.
Western Michigan's defense, outstanding. 4 turnovers, and their offense has scored 28 points off of turnovers.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. It's exactly what you want to do, get the takeaway. And 2 of those takeaways by Western Michigan were in the red zone, with Eastern Michigan with the ball in the red zone, which we've talked about, where they were 100% scoring in the red zone this season until this game. 2 takeaways by Western Michigan. Tremendous.
So Noah Kim and this offense trying to regroup. And it goes to Dunlap around the edge. He goes. Hitting hard and fast. Still needs 2 more yards to move the chains.
Got a little outside zone there. The big back. Squaring those shoulders up. Running hard. Bodies flying all over the place. Micah Davis there for Western Michigan, 18.
Dunlap back-to-back carries. First down and more to the 28-yard line.
And if you're defensive coordinator Chris O'Leary here, you're giving them up too big of chunk yards. Yeah, you want them to earn it. Nothing over the top.
Kim's going to throw. Pass is caught by Wheeler.
And I'd like to change the pace here by Eastern Michigan. A little up-tempo, get to the line of scrimmage and go. Obviously down by 24 here as we approach the 4th quarter. So I like the up-tempo here. Got to go with some pace. Yeah, and that whistle's for a broken down marker, because I saw the collision on that play. So
Officials
hopefully,
timeout to fix the chains.
Yeah, hopefully we got an extra set there.
I was watching a game Saturday. They had a broken chain.
Yeah, it happens. Well, these. I don't want to say anything negative about these. Got to drop them. Got to get out of the way.
There may not have been time.
It happens fast. It does happen fast. Got to have your head on a swivel. See how quick they can fix the headline judge doing his work over there. Yeah, that one looks like it's going to be out of commission, Court.
Your chain analysis is, 10 out of 10.
What I'm here for, among other things.
Do you have a UMass punting update for us?
Well, Keegan Andrews at 69 punts on the year for UMass. It's got to be some sort of record. Just had to stab me right in the back, huh?
I'm sorry about that.
That's right. Discard that chain.
All right, well, while this is happening, I'm going to let you know about the 3rd annual NBA Cup rolls on with a Thanksgiving Eve group stage triple header. Pistons Celtics begin the day at 5 Eastern, then Timberwolves Thunder with the Rockets and Warriors capping the night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. It all starts with NBA Countdown at 4:30.
Busy time of the year, right? End of football season. Basketball's in full swing.
Yeah.
Volleyball. A lot going on.
Yeah.
Hockey's going.
Shameless plug, the volleyball selection show will be at 6 Eastern on ESPN on Sunday.
I'll be tuning in to see Jeff Muir, statistician.
Okay, thanks. I'll be there, too.
Well, I'll watch you, too, of course.
Thanks.
Looks like Jeff's debut, though, right? Kind of, sort of?
That's on the 5th set.
Oh, sorry. 5th set.
You're giving away all our secrets, Rini. All right, we have a new set of chains.
We're good to go.
It's 2nd and 1 for Eastern, who using a little tempo here, getting things going.
Well, they were until the chains got broken.
Well, yeah, that'll
but here we go.
it.
Yep.
Dunlap. That's a first down. Nadeem Tucker made the tackle, but Tavier Dunlap got just enough.
Yeah, and Nadeem Tucker right there, number 11. He's going to have a really good chance to play on Sundays. He's an edge rusher, elite rushing ability. He's got an NFL caliber body and work ethic.
Noah Kim going near side. It's caught by Mack. Evades one tackle, runs into two, but has a first down inside the 45.
And he showed it earlier in the game, and Noah Kim has excellent arm strength. Long throw across the field to Harold Mack.
And 10 seconds left in the quarter. Will they try to go play? They will. Noah Kim's flushed. And just throws it away, and that's the end of the third quarter.
This is the end of the third quarter.
Western Michigan is 1 quarter away from the MAC championship game. They're up 31-7. Action is actioning here in Ypsilanti. We're about 30 minutes outside of Detroit, and Western is on top. 31-7 over their rival Eastern Michigan. A win for Western puts them in the MAC championship game.
Yeah, last MACtion game of the year. Feel kind of honored, right? Tuesday night, as the next set of teams play on Friday.
Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on Owen
Snively.
Snively, the left guard.
Love that last name, Snively.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Well, the difference has been points off turnovers. Western Michigan has had 4 takeaways tonight. They scored 28 points off of those turnovers. Kim dropping back. And Harold Mack takes it to the 36-yard line. Still needs 2 more to move the chains.
Another good throw by Noah Kim, driving it down the field now. Good looking play. Nice job by the young receiver Harold Mack to come back for that ball.
As soon as Dante McMillan got the ball, Rodney McGraw was waiting. A guy that has done a total 180 from last season. Just personal commitment to doing what it takes to succeed. He doubled down on himself on and off the field.
That was the biggest thing. He became committed. He's got the body. 6'6", 265, and he's making plays in a big 4th down here. Got to go.
First time either team has gone for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away from Nick Devereaux, who we have not called his name tonight. There's a flag out. Devereaux's their top receiver.
Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Aaron Wofford.
Yeah, it had to be early because at the end of the route, it looked like really good coverage. Just watch early if there's a grab here. Hand on him, hand on him, hand on him. Now, you know, that angle, I don't see it. Now, that right arm is on his back, so he had to be hooking him, and that's what the official saw. And if that's what he did, and it appears he did do that, that's a good call. Because Devereaux immediately turned and said that right hand was pulling on him, tugging him.
3rd pass interference tonight. Kim pulls it from McMillan, fires over the top, and it's complete to Wheeler.
I think he got in. I think
waiting for the signal.
Yeah, he was on the body of the defender.
And it's a touchdown. Rolled over the top of the defender.
We'll get a great look at it here. Wheeler makes the catch. Boy, replay's going to look at because of that. His buttocks, touched it all. He's down.
After review, the runner was down at the 1-yard line prior to going in the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And how do I love the expedited review from Don Bonnie, the replay official. I wish more replay officials did that. Look at it quickly, boom, boom. Radio down, guys. He hit, he's just short of the goal line. Shouldn't take 3 or 4 minutes. That's the master class in how to do an expedited review.
McMillan wrapped up. 2nd and goal. Algaroui gets there first to make the stop.
And big body guy just takes on the double team. Does Algaroui, fights through there and make that tackle.
Algaroui, shout out to Pigeon Forge High School. He's a two-time state champ in wrestling.
Dollywood's in Pigeon Forge.
It is.
Yeah, I've been
Look at you. Can toss into the corner. Into the end zone is Nick Devereaux with the touchdown. His team-leading 7th touchdown catch this season.
And his first catch of the day, I believe, for a touchdown. And they'll go for 2 here to try to get it to 16, make it a 2-score game. Good throw by Noah Kim. Watch the loft he puts on it. The defender's in good spot, just right over his hands, right in the hands of Nick Devereaux. Makes the catch, feet in bounds.
Kim goes back of the end zone, and the 2-point try is no good. Eastern has its first points since the first quarter. They led this game 7-0 and then gave up 31 unanswered until this score by Nick Devereaux. Here's our college football awards spotlight brought to you by the Home Depot. Remember, you can tune in for the Home Depot College Football Awards Show Friday, December 12th at 7 p.m. on ESPN. I know we're going to talk about the running back.
Well, listen, the quarterbacks are great. Mendoza's phenomenal. Sands having a great year, but Jeremiah Love, boy, he is, come on, strong. He's going to be a great NFL player, by the way, with his skill set.
So I know the hole is still deep for Eastern Michigan, but how important was it for them to find the end zone?
Huge. Hands team's in there for Western Michigan. They're going to pooch kick it out of bounds, but you just love the fight, right? And that's Chris Creighton. Like, his guys are not going to give up.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team, number 37. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
But, you know, the two-point conversion would have been huge because that would have got you back within 2 scores. Obviously, 2 touchdowns, two-point conversions. But the fact that Western Michigan was able to hold them out there and stay up by 3 scores was big for them.
So now Brock Lowry and Western Michigan can do what they do. They're first in the MAC in time of possession. They know how to eat up some clock. We've already seen them go on a drive that was 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Their ground game is top-notch, and it starts with Jalen Buckley.
Yeah, and you know, right, defensively for Eastern Michigan, what Western Michigan's going to try to do here. They're just going to try to go downhill at you, take their time. But you got to be careful because Lowry's throwing some nice passes, and I get him outside the pocket, slip his tight ends into the flat.
At Western Michigan, a slow start once again. Just 30 yards in the first quarter, but 322 yards since then.
Yeah, maybe they should just play 3 quarters, right? Forget the first.
Maybe they could just internally call it something else besides the first quarter.
We've seen coaches do weird things like that.
And they even changed up their pregame routine today to try to get off to a faster start. But again, they were patient and lead this game 31-13. Yeah, Lance Taylor, their head coach, spent some time coaching in the NFL, and we asked him about the impact of that on his coaching, and he said he saw the best and how the best wanted to be coached, and it challenged him as a coach to find new ways to get his players an edge.
Now, usually your best players you coach the hardest, so a huge opportunity here, though, Courtney, for Eastern Michigan. You get a quick 3 and out after a touchdown, and then you kind of feel a little momentum coming your way, so a big play here.
Talik Williams steps out near the 40 and 4 yards short of what they needed.
And that was one I'm surprised that Lowry, unless it was a predetermined call, didn't pull that out of the belly of Talik Williams, because
he almost looked like he almost dropped the football.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. And I think he wanted to pull it, and Talik Williams took it when he put it in there because he saw that hole up the middle. So, but nonetheless, it's a stop for Eastern Michigan. Still 10 minutes left in this ball game.
Porter Rooks back, calls for the fair catch. So Eastern Michigan's got time. 10:04 to go in this ball game. They're down 31-13, but they've got the football.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
Well, there are a few schools that have the different colored fields that stand out. Reedy, you'll be at Coastal on Saturday for the surf turf. Eastern Washington, Eastern Michigan is one of those. We've been playing on the gray turf tonight, and it's gray because Chris Creighton, in one of the 6 a.m. workouts in the snow, he said we'd play anywhere, even on a parking lot covered in broken glass, and so the gray kind of represents that parking lot.
I'm fortunate. I've called games in all those places except Central Arkansas, so gonna have to get an FCS playoff game there one day, maybe.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Eastern's got a little momentum here.
They do. No, listen, they go down to score here. This is a brand new ball game.
Down 3 scores. That pass is dropped. Looking for Dunlap, the running back, James Camden on the coverage.
You know, and when Western Michigan went up 31-7, sometimes you can take your foot off the gas, right, and get a little complacent. And then a team like Eastern Michigan says, no, we're not quitting in this game. We're going to keep coming at you. And they got the 1 score, so let's see if they can go down here and get another one here and get it within 2 scores.
That's going to be a first down as that pass complete to Porter Rooks.
And they're getting yardage with the slant pattern, with the dig routes. Kim's able to step in and drive it down the field. He's throwing some nice balls.
Wheeler goes up to meet the football, past midfield. Back-to-back first downs.
And that's a big chunk play. And that's on the safety. Joey Pope comes over. You either got to go knock this ball down or play the guy. Does neither. And Wofford's able to make the tackle, but another big chunk play.
28-yard pickup. Kim dropping way back and threw it low at Harold Mack, incomplete. Tate Halleck helping break it up. Eastern led this game 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, but then gave up 31 unanswered points. Kim just, all he could do was dump it off to Dunlap. Aaron Wofford tackled him at the 50, a loss of 8.
Yeah, well, that's one of those balls you wish Tavier Dunlap would just drop and realize that if I catch this, I'm going to get tackled for an 8-yard loss. And the clock keeps running as well.
They're trying to get to the 31-yard line. Takeaways tonight. Sefa Saipuia with the interception. And it's the first time Western Michigan has had 5 turnovers since 2013 against Central Michigan.
Yeah, takeaway machine tonight. And Saipuia, the linebacker, excellent hands on the interception, then turns into a fullback himself. They can't bring him down, and just Noah Kim tries to stick that in there. There's 3 Western Michigan defenders around. 5 takeaways on the night. Western Michigan ball on the other side.
most turnovers for this Western Michigan defense since 2013. They've got 5.
2 in the red zone. And the most impressive thing, on the first 4 anyway, they scored touchdowns off every single takeaway they've had. We'll see if they can make it 5 for 5 here with this last interception. But yeah, defense, it's been outstanding. Chris O'Leary, first-year defensive coordinator. They've been great.
Gonna wear that hat out tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Now they'll start on the Eastern 37-yard line. And Jalen Buckley just won't be stopped.
And there's a happy
6 tackles for loss, 5 takeaways and a sack.
Yeah, happy defensive coordinator. That'll make you smile, right? Those numbers.
Absolutely. First season as the DC at Western. Met up with Coach Lance Taylor when they were together at Notre Dame as assistants a few years back. Buckley didn't get much. I don't think he got anything.
Yeah, I mean, Eastern Michigan just selling out, knowing they're going to run the ball. So they had 9, 10 guys in the box.
Barry Manning getting there first, and 3rd down coming up.
Manning, we haven't called him name out a lot. So he's got that hybrid linebacker safety type, can do it all. Very versatile.
Lowry pulls it, throws it over to Basma. First down. To the 14-yard line. There's a flag on the opposite side of the field.
Well, on the Eastern Michigan side, they wanted a blindside block, which is a 15-yard penalty, and I thought it was, and the flag didn't come in near side. Now, if the FAR official saw it, it's incredible eyes, and that's a long way away.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Offense, number 18. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, it's the right side of the screen. It's the correct call. I can't believe an official on the near side didn't call this. The FAR official called it, but you're going to watch it. Right side, top of the screen. 18's going to come in right here. Boom. Clear blindside, but you just can't do it. And I'll tell you what else for Avion Chenault, the young receiver. There was no need to do it. He didn't have to hit him. You could have shielded him off. You didn't even need to touch him. So it was the proper call, and that takes away a big first down.
Yeah, that makes it 3rd and long. Looking for the 27-yard line. More flags.
Ball start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's the center, Raheem Anderson.
And that's just, you have a first down, then you have a big 15-yard penalty. Just get you out of sorts, get you way off schedule, obviously. Now you get another penalty. Now you're just thinking about, okay, let the clock run. Let's take some time off.
Buckley can't spin out of that tackle. No gain on the play. Ron Harden on the stop.
Yeah, and Eastern Michigan will use a timeout there. Chris Creighton will start using them.
Timeout. Eastern Michigan. Their first of the half. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 5 minutes and 42 seconds.
Well, some huge penalties there. They could have had a first down and kept marching down the field.
Yeah, and that drives coaches nuts because, again, it's a blindside block that there was no need. Basma had the first down. The play was good. Didn't have to make that block there. But you do. Knocks you back now. Going to give Eastern Michigan the ball back here. Now, special teams has been good tonight. You're going to try to pin them back deep here.
Porter Rooks will be back to field this. Eastern still down 3 scores and running out of time. 2 timeouts for Eastern Michigan, 3 for Western. plus the 2-minute timeout. Calls for the fair catch. And so for Eastern Michigan, I know you're in a big hole. I know it's only been a 4-win season, but you've got some opportunities here to build a little bit going into the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get that momentum. You have to build. And listen, let's be honest, a lot of going into the next season is recruiting, the portal, and rev share money, right? NIL money. I mean, that's just a part of college football now. And a lot of that rev share money comes to court about roster retention. What players can you retain? Because you don't want to lose players that are good that you've developed to another team.
Kim incomplete. The only one near that. Dale Griffin was the only one near that.
Yeah, well, the pressure was coming. Noah Kim knew he needed to throw that thing.
Out quickly to McMillan. Marked at the 15, stopped by Tate Halleck.
And there's no doubt defensive coordinator Chris O'Leary told his guys, nothing over the top, everything underneath, come up and tackle.
McMillan. Right up the middle. Tripped up at the 31, finally, by Micah Davis.
And good hard run there by Dante McMillan. That first down, keep this drive going.
And Kim just throws it away. Dante McMillan, by the way, 6 yards away from 1,000 on the season. Needed 97 coming into the game. He's got 91.
Yeah, he deserves a 1,000-yard season. He's run hard this year. He's run hard tonight.
Yeah, third in the MAC in rushing yards. Fifth in the MAC in yards per carry on his senior night. Brooks makes the grab, turns upfield, gets himself to the 43. Make it the 44.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a nice job as Noah Kim driving the ball downfield. It's a deep out. Good throw. Nice catch by Rooks. And they have an opportunity to hit those plays because the cushion that the defensive backs for Western Michigan are giving them are big because they don't want to get beat over the top. And that time, John Peters again, the young freshman corner, large cushion, but Kim couldn't get it in there. Overthrew that one.
They're first of the half, 30 seconds.
That stops the clock with 4:10 left. Well, Western, if they finish this off, they will punch their ticket to the MAC championship game and then await to figure out who they will face. The other team's starting to play, I believe Friday is the first game of those in contention.
And the best thing about it, if you're Western Michigan and you finish it off tonight, you just talked about it, you got a couple extra days of rest because your opponent's going to play Friday or Saturday this week. So you're in a really good spot. And no one else controls their fate, though. There's a lot of scenarios where a lot of different things have to happen. We talked about it. Western Michigan was the only one that controlled it. You win and you're in. And they're 4 minutes and 10 seconds away from punching their ticket.
Wheeler in the middle of the field, but it's only a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, and those plays absolutely are not going to hurt you for Western Michigan. You actually invite those plays, the short gains in the middle of the field, come up tackle, keep that clock running, up by 3 scores.
And that's not going to be enough for the first down. That's Joshua Long's first catch of the game. I'm surprised we haven't called his name sooner.
Yeah.
It's a tight end they'd love to throw the football to.
Yeah, he's a big tight end. He's still young. He's raw. He's learning. But, boy, 6'5", 250.
He's their leading receiver when it comes to catches on the year. Western's going to take a timeout.
Western Michigan, their second of the half. 30 seconds.
Well, the new CFP rankings came out tonight. It is Tuesday. We were kind of looking at these at halftime, Rini. Lots to talk about. You see Tulane in there?
Well, so Tulane was ranked 24th. So being, you know, the highest ranking Group of 5 champion, that would put them in there. Miami, that's a placeholder. Miami would not be in right now because that's going to go to the ACC champion, which right now I don't believe Miami has a path to the ACC championship. So that's going to be an SMU possibly, or a Pittsburgh or someone like that. Right now, the way it sits, you got to be in the top 10 to get in as an at-large, and that's Alabama sitting there at 10. So a lot to still play for this upcoming weekend. A lot of different things will happen. And then, of course, championship games as well.
Timeout. Eastern Michigan, their first of the half. 30 seconds.
You know, Rini, with Thanksgiving in just a couple of days, I thought it was really neat. This MAC officiating crew took some time earlier today, and they went to a local food bank to help volunteer before they came and worked the game tonight.
Love it. Phenomenal. And, oh, by the way, this crew's been really good tonight. Replay's been excellent. Don Bondi, Rich Edwards, and his crew out there, really good. And then they're great people, too, which you love to see.
And here's the officials tonight that went and volunteered at that food bank.
Good job, fellas.
Fourth down. Kim still alive, completes the pass and converts. To Joshua Long. Haven't called his name all night until these last 2
Twice
plays.
in a row, and that's all Noah Kim. Keeps that play alive. Looks like he's going to run it, but keeps his head up. Sees his big tight end last second, and a big 4th down conversion.
I'll stick with the throw game, although Kim is in trouble. Had to throw it away because Nadame Tucker was coming.
Tucker was coming like a freight train. Kim was able to throw it away and get it in the vicinity of one of his receivers. And he's got to be out of breath because Nadame Tucker wanted that sack. He was going.
And Nadame Tucker, a guy that arrived with a chip on his shoulder, was looking for more playing time than he got at Houston, went to work even harder. Better in meetings, better in practice, better in games. He was a force last week at NIU.
17 and a half TFLs, 11 sacks. That's a pretty good season.
About 40% of his tackles this year are for TFLs. Dante McMillan. He's going over 1,000 yards on the season and into the end zone.
And how fitting on senior night. He goes over 1,000 yards on a touchdown run. Really nice.
Timeout for an injured player on the defense.
Just an inside handoff, quick hitter. Great job by the offensive line up front as Dante McMillan hits it for pay dirt.
A receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. And over 100 rushing and receiving yards tonight for Dante McMillan.
And dare I say, this game is not over yet. Talked about, teams can get a little complacent when they have a lead. Eastern Michigan just not giving up, and they'll go for 2 here. Try to get it to 10.
They failed once on a 2-point attempt. Cam rolling. Throwing to the back of the end zone. Got this one. Joshua Long. All 3 of his catches tonight on this drive.
Yeah. Better late than never, right? So now we'll have an onside kick here. And you never know, right? Eastern Michigan can recover it.
They're 0 for 3 on onside kicks this season.
But regardless, really happy for Dante McMillan. Go over 1,000 yards on the season, get a touchdown on that run, and just no quitting him. We talked about it. Chris Creighton's guys, they're not quitting, and they're not out of this. 10-point deficit with 2:28 left. Only 1 timeout and get the stoppage at the 2-minute timeout. But first and foremost, you got to recover this onside kick right here.
Nathan Diber will set up to attempt what we assume is an onside kick. Western Michigan assuming that too.
We'll see if he does the spinner. A lot of the kickers now do the spin one. I kind of like the old traditional 1, 2, 3, try to get the big hop to go up. But we'll see. And we got 2 kickers, so that's a little tomfoolery which way they're going to go. Left or right.
Diber takes it. High hop into the hands of Western Michigan.
Basma, jack of all trades there on the hands team to recover the kick. Almost sprung out of there too. Thought he was going to run it back, but with only 1 timeout for Eastern Michigan, it's going to just about do it.
They've got the 2-minute timeout as well, but Western came into this game with their message for the week being the only path in their eyes to making the MAC championship was just to win tonight. And that's a nice run on first down.
Timeout, Eastern Michigan. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Stops it with 2:21 plus the 2-minute timeout coming. Western will need a first down here, obviously. Now, Brock Lowry, this was crazy. He's the first Western Michigan quarterback with 13 or more rushing touchdowns since 1916.
It's been a while. It's been a minute, as the kids say.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd love to see the record book back in 1916.
Love to see the football.
It was on papyrus.
What the football look like?
Come on, Green! Come on, Eagle! Let's go, defense! Put him down! When this is over, I gotta do an interview.
Buckley gains up 2 more yards, and that should take us down to the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
NBC Rivalry Week College Football Triple Header, Conference Championship and Playoff implications at noon Eastern. It's the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, then Georgia Tech, and then the Lone Star Showdown between Texas A&M and Texas. All three also available on the ESPN app. That's coming up on Friday.
Yeah, great matchups on Friday.
Third down for Western Michigan, looking for a first down to put this game away. Brock Lowry pulls it from his running back, spinning forward, still needs one more yard to move the sticks.
And they'll go for it here. Obviously, first down, you take a knee, and the game's over. And even if you give it up on downs here, you're still up by 2 scores with a little over a minute left. Giving the ball back to Eastern Michigan, their side of the field.
It'll be 4th and 1 coming up.
Timeout, Western Michigan. Their third and final of the game. 30 seconds.
You know, going into this week, Lance Taylor said his team had to have their best week of preparation, and he told us he felt like they were very focused coming into this game. It's a rivalry game. It's not far away. It's about a 2-hour bus ride away between the two schools. But with so much on the line, their focus was just win this game and get to the MAC championship.
And they have that mentality of they just want to be physical. And when I talked to Walt Bell, he said, just keep giving body blows. And that's what they do with this running game. They want to be resilient as well. And they've done that tonight. Now they're just trying to close it out. Like the last couple minutes is always the toughest, especially when you know what that next step's going to bring you from this win.
Brock Lowry cuts upfield, and he's got the first down, and Western Michigan is going to win this football game.
And that's who you want to have the ball in his hands at the end of the game, right? Brock Lowry.
A team that started 0-3 is about to go 7-1 in the MAC and go play for a MAC championship.
Yeah, pretty impressive. You know, by the way, one of their losses in week 2 was to North Texas, 33-30. North Texas is 10-1 right now, fighting for the college football playoff. So.
Well, we don't know who Western Michigan's opponent will be, but if you have to face them, what scares you the most about this Broncos team?
Just that, you know, they're hard to get off kilter. They have patience. We've seen them 2 weeks in a row now where they've played pretty horrendous in the first quarter, but they just keep going, do what they do. They control the line of scrimmage and run the ball. And so it's cliche with defensive coordinators, you have to stop the run first and foremost. It goes without saying when you play Western Michigan, because that's what they do. And 5 takeaways today. I mean, outstanding for the defense,
31-21 is your final, and Western Michigan is going to play for the MAC championship. That'll be on December 6th in Detroit at Ford Field.
You talked about it, though. Starting the season 0-3, we're behind at halftime to Toledo in Game 4. You come back and win that game, and it just, you flip the script on your entire season, and now look, 8-4, end up 7-1 in conference play, and you're going to play in the MAC championship game. Outstanding.
Yeah, their most MAC wins since the 2016 season. They get it done tonight behind some really solid performances and a true team effort. Brock Lowry just really sets the tone for this group.
He does. I mean, that's the type of leader you want. He made some nice throws tonight, too, but he's going to run the ball first and foremost.
Well, Western Michigan's head coach Lance Taylor joining us now. And, Coach, we were just talking about this is a team that started 0-3, and now you're going to play for a MAC championship. What did it take to turn the season around?
Yeah, all glory to God. It took everything that we had. We talked about grit all season, and this team stuck together. They were gritty, they were resilient, and they believed in each other, themselves, and what we were doing. They just stayed the course, and that's really hard to do right now, especially when you start 0-3, but I'm proud of them.
Coach, 2 weeks in a row, slow start, but we talked about the patience of your ball club, especially offensively. You did it again tonight, and how about your defense? 5 takeaways, and you scored 4 touchdowns on 4 of those takeaways.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time. I mean, with 5 takeaways and then to score on 4 of those possessions, the points off of turnovers was huge. We talked about that coming in this game. That is complementary football, and great team win.
Brock Lowry, your quarterback, what edge does he give this football team?
Man, he is a warrior and he is a winner. Love that kid. He no fear. He leads us. He's the grittiest guy on the field, on the football field, and that's why the rest of our guys exemplify that.
Coach, MAC championship up next. You don't know who your opponent's going to be yet, but because you played on Tuesday night, you got to kind of get a half a bye, a couple extra days rest. Talk about going into the preparation for that championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to bring our best. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We'll give our players off for Thanksgiving, let them reset and refocus, and then the job's not done. Our goal is to win the championship. We got to play our best and really prepare our best, just like we have every single week. And we'll start that on Saturday.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you play on Ford Field next.
Thank you.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
December 6th is that MAC championship game, and this Western Michigan team, one that is dangerous if you have to face them.
Listen, when you can run the ball and control the time of possession, which they do, and then have a defense, the defense is really known for its defensive front, getting pressure and running. They didn't really do that tonight, but they made havoc elsewhere in the secondary, interceptions, strips. Complementary football, he talked about it, and they do that very, very well. It's going to be a heck of a championship game, whoever they face.
Well, congrats to Western Michigan. They come on the road to one of their rivals, and they win 31-21 to punch their ticket to the MAC championship game. Good offensively, but even better defensively. 5 takeaways for this Western Michigan defense. They win their final regular season game, and we'll see them play for a MAC championship a week from Saturday.